So I jumped on a one-to-one call the other day with this person that was interested in starting an agency, and they've already started their agency, and basically they wanted to find out a little bit more about cold outreach, how they should be doing it, how they should be structuring it, and exactly what not to do at the very start, because they've sent out a bunch of emails, they've done a load of cold calling, and they've not really had any luck with anybody. No booked appointments, no yeses over the phone, no real good responses. So they booked this call and we went over the fundamentals of cold outreach and things that I've learnt and the mistakes that I made to get me to the point where I'm at right now. And essentially, that call and that conversation made me think that a lot of people are probably facing this, and it's good to make a video on it. So I'm not going to give you a script. I'm not going to give you a framework to follow. What I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to offer you some value, some food for thought, and essentially get you to think on your own, because monkey see, monkey do. Monkey get the same result as every other monkey, okay? So don't fall into the trap thinking that somebody that makes a YouTube video, gives you their script, is going to get you loads and loads of booked appointments or sales calls or whatever you're trying to get. Most of the time, this has already been tried. They got some results with it, and that's why they make a video on it, because they'll get some good views, they'll get some subscribers, and it will be of value to some people that are very, very new. Now, what I want to cover in this video is fundamentals of cold outreach and stress the fact that this is one-to-one communication. This is not one-to-many, and as Alex Hormozi says, if you want to get your one-to-one communication ignored, make it look like one-to-many. So without further ado, let's jump into this video and go over everything that we sort of covered on that one-to-one call. Okay, so here we are. Now, cold outreach is simple. It really is simple, and this is the way I sort of see it, is you do something and then that is your input, okay? You put your input through, you get your output, then you have to analyze that and improve it. If you're not doing these two, you're missing out massively. If you're just doing this, which is your simple little script that you found on YouTube or on Reddit or on Twitter, pasted into 100 different emails, for example, every single day, or 25 or 50 DMs on Instagram, whatever your volume is, and you're not doing any of this, you're not really going to get far. You're probably going to hit a wall within a week, maybe 2 weeks, and you're going to be like, actually, this shit doesn't work. SMMA doesn't work. And then you go off on TikTok comments and YouTube comments saying that everybody's washed and so on and so forth, and SMMA is not real, and everybody just makes money off courses, which to some extent I'll agree with the fact that most people make money off courses. Regardless, that's not what this video is about, okay? You have to do something, analyze it, improve it, and then repeat with the improved version, okay? And that is how you get better at this. Now, the main thing is you need to track your inputs, okay? So if you're doing 100 emails, for example, a day, and you do that for a stretch of 10 days, that's 1,000 emails with the same exact angle, right? Not exact copy. Now, you need to understand copy is different than angle. No scripts, no copy, it's an angle. You're attacking a different angle, a different pain point of somebody. If you have 100 leads scraped, you will think that all of these leads have the exact same problem. For example, if you're doing lead gen adverts for construction like I do, for example, you're going to think, okay, well, every single one of these businesses needs more work. That's not true, okay? So you jumping in with a script saying, we know that companies are struggling for leads in the construction industry. How about we deliver 10 for you for free or whatever, right? You need to understand that every single one of these people does not have the same pain or the same problem. So you need to attack it at a different angle. And I'm not going to be telling you all these different angles that you need to be doing. You need to figure these out yourself, specifically for your niche or for your industry or for your target audience, okay? Now, the first thing that you want to do is you want to personalize your approach. And I keep stressing this, one-to-one communication. This is not one-to-many. The best way to get it ignored, like Alex Hormozi says, is to make it look like it's one-to-many. In fact, it's not, and we know it's not. So why do you keep copying and pasting the same script to every single person? It's not going to work. You're not just going to get somebody interested in it, okay? One example that will make you stand out is voice notes or videos in direct messages, okay? This is going to make you stand out. If you can send out a voice note to a business owner saying what you do and just trying to connect with them on a genuine level, saying, oh, hi, mate, I've just seen that you did X, Y, and Z. I actually used to do X, Y, or Z, and it'd be cool to connect. Okay, brilliant. You're creating a relationship with that one person. It's not about just sending an email or a message or a cold call and trying to sell your service. It's not about that. Here's a few examples of value that you can lead with. Okay, so instead of jumping into their inboxes, selling your services, like I keep on stressing, and saying how good you are, how amazing the results are that you've been bringing to all these people. And sometimes people will DM me, and in fact, they will literally insult me. And I know it's not meant to be as an insult, but a lot of the times when you're complimenting somebody and complimenting a business, and then you're saying, but we can improve this with my thumbnails, or we can improve retention rate with my editing. Well, quite clearly, it's a backhanded compliment. So you're pretty much insulting me, and it's the worst way of trying to get a response out of anybody. Because if you're DMing people and saying, oh yeah, I love your company, you're doing well with this, but you could do well with this, and it's like, no, fuck off. I don't need this. Do you understand? Anyway, as our good old friend Charlie Morgan says, value is created when pain is alleviated, and pain is alleviated when problems are solved. Hopefully I sounded like him, and it gets into your head that you need to solve problems. But the issue is, you don't know their problem inside and out. You need to understand them. You need to get to know them. They need to get to know you. And then that's when you find out the real problem and their real pain. And that's when you try and solve it with your service. Lead magnets are a fantastic way to get and break through the noise. Guides, how-tos, educational PDFs. I would literally sometimes send out our whole system to a business owner, whole process that we follow and implement. And if they want to do it, they can do it themselves. It will take them weeks, if not months, to implement it themselves, and they'll have issues and they'll struggle and they'll face the same issues as we've already faced multiple times. Instead, they can just pay us a monthly fee and we'll get everything set up very quickly, nice and easy, hassle-free. We've done it for many companies before, and we can do it for you. How much easier it is for you to sell if you're approaching it that way. Here's exactly what we do, mate. And if you want, we can do it for you within this time frame and for this amount, and no hassle, banging, right? And that's a done for you service. And if you want to angle it differently and you're trying to sell a service that's done with you, where you can charge them more, but it's a lot shorter of a retention of a client, well, you can say, listen, here's the system. We're going to help you implement it and teach you every single thing that we know. Here's the price. Anyway, if you want to go and read 100 Million Leads or $100 Million Leads by Alex Hormozi to help you with lead magnets, fantastic. It will definitely help you. I'd recommend it. If Alex, you ever see this, or anyone on Alex's teams ever sees this, he's goated. Anyway, free audits is another thing that you could do. If you position yourself as an expert and offer a free value-packed audit, it's a great way to stand out from those quick question emails your prospect is probably used to, especially for the type of businesses that will be getting a free audit. For example, e-com stores will be getting free audits because majority of the time it's going to be an SEO free audit. So yeah, you can definitely position yourself as an expert and basically offer that completely for free to them through an email, through a cold call, as a lead magnet. Essentially, it's one of them. Again, it's a lead magnet. It brings them in. There's literally zero sales right now. All you're doing is just offering value. And these are the points where I really need to stress this. Okay. Another one, a great one that I used to do personally, is videos going over what you do, what you can do for their business, how it works, informing them, educating them, and honestly just providing confidence that you're the person who can solve the problems. And it's not a sales video. It's very important to remember this, that this is not a sales video. It's a video that educates them and informs them, and that's it. And then you allow them to make that choice and make the decision whether they want to move forward with the process, or maybe they just want to sit on it, or whatever it is. You just inform them, educate them. You're here. You're not going anywhere. let them make the decision. At least then they're making an informed decision. If they've watched your video, you've sent them a Loom, you get the notification that somebody's watched it because Loom tells you, then you know they've probably watched that video. If they're not getting back to you, they're not interested. Another one you can consider is free trials of your services, free setups, free design, or a certain amount of leads, and so on. There's so many different angles to try in cold outreach. Instead of using the quick question or, hi, this is a sales call, and then trying to sell your service or services or whatever, just be different. Stop being lazy and stop being boring with it. Just be different. And lastly, I think I just want to cover this, and I want to stress this massively. Cold outreach goes really, really well in combination with content, because content can be leveraged as you position yourself as a trustworthy person, as a trustworthy company. You're online, you're on socials, you've got a good website, you've got great presence online, you put out plenty of content educating and informing people, you show your reviews, you've got results on your page and so on. You build out content over a long period of time. I know content is a long game, but you're in this for the long term too. You're not here to make 10K in 3 months and fuck off to Bali and piss it all away, right? You're here to build a good standing agency that makes a difference. That's it. Cold outreach doesn't have to be complicated. All it is one-to-one communication. You try and understand that person, you try and offer them value, you educate them, you inform them, you try and give things away for free to show them that you're the person that can fucking solve the problem. And that way they'll trust you, they'll get to know you, and they'll hopefully buy from you.